This is Viking Phone back for another YouTube video. Today is my first story time talking about an entitled, spoiled kid who turned my nephew against me and my entire family for a little bit. Alright, so now, at the beginning of the story was when our ATVs got back. Jared's ATV, that's what, it's not his real name, but that's what I've been calling him for the videos, but that's fine. So Jared, I've been trying to get him to ride his ATV and he's been like, no. But one day, this mysterious kid, which we have never seen before, came out of nowhere. And normally we would probably be like, kid, this isn't your property, but for some reason, at first we thought the kid was pretty chill. Nice. But we'd soon learn later on, he wasn't. Very nice. And he was kind of entitled and spoiled, with no rules. So yeah, Melvin, we're not sure where he came from. One day he came with his own ATV, and then Jared started ATVing with him. And we were like, oh, at least Jared's ATVing. At least his ATV's getting use. Yeah, that was for a couple of days, and then during those few days, Jared changed. He started becoming a jerk. Not a very nice nephew. Yeah, he definitely got a lot of attitude during that time. And I was starting to wonder what was up. So one day, him and Melvin were ATVing, and I found the remote to Jared's ATV, which is a kill switch and an alarm thing. I wanted to see if it still worked. Yeah, and you guys are like, that's kind of a jerk thing to do when he's ATVing. You should be doing that when he's not ATVing. Sorry about the dogs and other noise in the background. Can't help that. So yeah, I decided to test it, but of course I wasn't. I should have just waited until he was done ATVing to make sure it worked. But no, I was definitely kind of dumb that day. Definitely been a blonde moment. Yeah. So, as they were both ATVing by, I tried to use it, but it didn't work. But Melvin saw me with the remote and told Jared. And then that entitled, spoiled kid, as far as I know, probably didn't have many rules from wherever he came from. We're not sure where he came from. He pretty much tried to get... Jared pretty much asked for me to give him the remote. Of course, I wouldn't give it to him. But then he went ATVing off, and then Melvin became so entitled that he did something I never thought he would do. He demanded that I give the remote to him. And I was like, no, I'm not giving it to you. You're a kid. Adults should be the one having this, even though technically he should have been his mother or somebody else in the house, but I'm still his uncle. So after that I was annoyed, then so after that I went into town with my mother to have ice cream. We had a cat with us. Her name is Mamba. She's been in a couple of videos, including one of the episodes, There's Someone in Our Woods. Pretty sure it was episode 7. Watch it. Pretty good. So yeah. But when we got back, I decided I was going to check on my pot to make sure. Yeah, I had like a metal pot sitting out in the field for the Dark Nexus for There's Someone in Our Woods, which is a roleplay series that I've been doing on my channel. Episode 11 will be out eventually, and hopefully 12. Hopefully I can get that done before my brother goes off to doing stuff for a while. So yeah. I went to check on the pot to make sure it was okay and not broken. Yeah, it was intact and all. But Jared and Melvin were a few feet away, holding sticks and like a metal pole thing. And then they walked up to me. And like, do you have the remote? And I was like, no. Even though I technically did have it in my pocket, but I wasn't going to use it on Jared's ATV at that moment because I didn't want to have any issues. But then Jared started acting like a jerk. And then Melvin, it's like, he's going to try and turn off your ATV. So yeah, then they both ran towards the ATVs. I was definitely mad. I was mad at Jared, so I figured I'm gonna take his helmet because technically it's my helmet that he's wearing, because he has apparently can fit into a large helmet. It's the only one he's been using. So I went to go grab it. Of course, it started up the ATV. So as Jared starts to drive, I stop him and get the helmet off him, which enrages him. Which I've never seen him that angry in a long time, but I never thought he would lash out like that. He would, over me taking a helmet off his head, and then he tried to, and then Melvin was like, oh my god, jerk alert. That entitled kid, he was so annoying. Yeah, I'm definitely not a big fan of that kid. So yeah, then, as I was walking away, pissed off with my helmet, and I saw my cat Putty, and Jared didn't see her. Yeah, he almost ran her over. Not very nice of him. And he tried to take me out, too. Failed. He definitely became an entitled jerk. So then after that, he went inside, and then I told Melvin to go back home wherever you're from. Because we had no idea where he came from, and he left. Grudgingly. I'm sure he was probably thinking that I was Satan. Technically, he was. My nephew, hanging around him, changed my nephew's personality. Because when you're hanging around people, you can change, which is true. And I now officially believed it at that time. So then I told my mother and his mom about what happened. So then they chewed him out. But then he pretty much was a jerk back at them. Trust me, it took a lot of yelling from his mom to tell him that that kid is a worthless jerk, so do not talk to him again. If he ever comes by, we'll tell him not to come back. And we're not friends, because we have no idea where he came from. We really didn't know. And after that, Jared became a better person, but I still kept my eyes out to make sure Melvin doesn't come back. Even though I've definitely seen him a couple times, even though he's supposed to be mainly focusing on school. Because this all happened day before school started. Something suspicious definitely was going on. Maybe one day, we'll figure out where that kid lives. But, no, don't worry about that. Truthfully, the kid is a jerk and entitled. Let's not bother trying to hunt him down. I don't care where he's from. I just hope to never see him again and keep him away from Jared. So yeah, that's pretty much the story of Melvin, a mysterious kid that came out of nowhere. We have no idea where he is. And I'll do a continuation story in case I get any more information about Melvin in the next few months, which is probably not going to happen, but it might. I'm not sure. But I do have 2 story times I'm planning on doing after this that are going to be about bears. Black bears that happened in 2015. They're both intense stories, but the first one's slightly more intense. Yeah, you guys are definitely going to enjoy those stories. Alright, please subscribe. Help me reach 100 subscribers or more. I'll really appreciate it. And in the link in the description, check out my other channels, Viking Unboxing, Viking the Rock Collector, and Viking Fun Clips. I'd really appreciate it. Alright guys, Viking Fun out, and have a great day and stay safe. And don't try and track this kid down because nobody knows where he's from. As far as I know, he's probably from Narnia. So he's probably a mythical being. I'm not sure. Have a great day, guys. Viking Fun truly out. Good night. Good day.